Just made it. Welcome to the Locker, Season 2, Episode 34. I'm Devante White, along with V. Styles. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
All right, man.
How
Just
you
trying to
doing,
get back into the groove, man. Feel like I done been off a whole month.
School is that bad for you?
No, I'm talking about the show. I said we wasn't on last Thursday, right?
Oh, that's right. Damn, you right, man.
We went on last Thursday. If you want to offer an apology, there's time. I don't put it all on you. No, it's not all.
No. It was.
Well, you just gave me a reason to furthermore.
Yeah, it was partial on me. So like this is my season of track with my kids. I'm coaching them in summer track. So on that Thursday, my son needed to practice because I wasn't supposed to practice on Thursday, but he missed a Wednesday practice because of studying. So we hit it Thursday. So I was out there a little later than I wanted to be, and that's what happened. So good thing about it is my little daughter and my son actually hurt himself on that day too. He messed his knee up. So he didn't run, but my youngest at 12, well, she's 11. She high jumped 4.6, which is pretty damn good for an 11-year-old girl. But she's following her father's footsteps.
How tall is she?
She is not quite 5 feet yet.
Okay. I never known you to be a bouncer, man. You got springs. Like I never known.
No.
You may. I just never known that.
No. I mean, I don't know what you. I had pretty good hops in high school, but I was short. But high jump ain't all about hops. Now that's one thing people need to understand. There's some form. I know a guy with a 40-inch vertical that I'll high jump every week because his form was horrible. There's a lot of technique to it. So little old me at that time, I was about 5'9". I jumped 6'8" my senior year twice. So the little one got taking that natural ability out for me. She's built kind of like me, same calves and everything.
Okay. Well, okay. So as BS Network says, it's a valid excuse. When it comes to family, it's a valid excuse. But like I said, I was kind of on the fence. I needed to, rush a couple things in. Tax deadline around the corner. So yeah, it turned out, man. It's amazing, dog. And I appreciate, man. You might appreciate this, man. How many texts and inboxes I got about is everything okay? And because the show's canceled and whatever. So people support us. They was worried about us and they missed us or whatever. And a couple people tweeted out that the show wasn't on, so I'm going to bed. Like, well, the show wasn't on. So we appreciate y'all for staying up and taking some time with us.
Right. I heard. I read that. I will say this: since we don't have to wait to the end to have this, if y'all go on YouTube and get us some more likes, liking the video is more important than subscribing, because what happens is the likes change the algorithm and it gets into people's suggestion box, so then maybe they will watch it. So hit us with those likes, and maybe we won't have to cancel, because maybe there would be a reason why we can't cancel. Because if there's some funds coming in, we cannot cancel. We will make sure we on. So just go over to YouTube, Locker 411, hit us up, subscribe, like, just hit like on all the videos. Just do that for us. And we're all good.
Yeah, because I think within these next couple months, I maybe need some days off myself here. Summertime is my free time. That's my family time. So, yeah. The prayers out to the Bennett family. Michael Bennett, who often co-hosts
Yeah.
spot duty on this show, man. You know, prayers out to the family. Keep them in your prayers. Yeah, so I guess we need to talk about what's going on in sports. Typically, Kentucky sports. Ah, which Levis, I gotta find out his first name. I know his first name.
Will.
Huh?
Will Levis. Will.
Yeah, Will Levis is in town. You know, getting ready for opening of summer session, summer transition practices. Word on the street is, man, this dude's a dude. I'm talking about look test. Dude's a dude, man. Now I know Joey Gatewood's a dude.
I'm about to say
Joey Gatewood's a dude, but I think this dude's a dude. They say this dude's a dude.
Well, you saying that he's a more of a dude than Joey's a dude?
It is kind of in a Cam Newton,
Peyton
Manning way.
Oh, huh?
Is Peyton Manning not a dude? Now, if you just watch Peyton Manning on TV, you don't think Peyton Manning's a dude.
Peyton Manning's
you stand next to Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning's a big ass dude.
Man, he big as shit, man.
So Peyton is a year younger than me. I played Peyton my senior year, and Peyton had to, at that time, I was 5'9". He had to be 6'3". At that time, I knew he grew a little bit more. Peyton Manning's like 6'5", dude. He had
solid.
If you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say if he had some running ability, like his nephew has, or like his older brother had, Peyton would have been really dangerous because he could escape, right? But Peyton was slower, dude. Peyton was slower than 2 calendars. You had to,
wow.
Dude, listen to me. He was dirt slow. He was so slow. I'm trying to think. We had a guy run him down, and our guy was about a 6-second 40. Now I know he had an angle a little bit, but come on, man. He ran Peyton down. Peyton gained like 1 yard. It was like, oh my God, he's about to get a first down. Nope.
Yeah, he looked like he stick his chest out and he be chugging along. It looked like it hurting him to run. It looked like it's hurting him to run.
He's all torso. You know that, right? He's all torso.
And forehead. But I'll tell you this much.
Head and torso, yes.
I'll tell you this much. The same way, and correct me if I'm wrong, the same way Deion said, I cover receivers anywhere around here. I don't tackle.
Right.
Peyton Manning is, that's Peyton Manning. I feel the same way about Peyton Manning. Him and Dan Marino, which one do you want me to sling this rock, or do you want me to run and scramble? You tell me what you want me to do.
I mean, you talking about Brady too. Brady's in that same club.
Yeah. But Brady get that thing. Yeah, you're right. Brady get that thing out of his hands for protection's sake too. Though.
You know what's funny though? Brady would beat the brakes off of Peyton Manning in a 40 though. He would beat the brakes off of Manning, dude. He would beat the brakes. It wouldn't even be close. Brady would at least beat him about 3 yards.
Wow.
And we all seen the Brady on 40-yard dash at the combine.
Yeah, man. But so I don't know, man. And I'm gonna say this about the reason I brought it up because we got to ease in the sports. We gonna ease in there, get our shoulders loosened up, man. Like the first set of 135.
Right.
So Will Levis is here, Joey Gatewood's here, and Bo Allen's been here. So I'm kind of like, man, everybody, this dude's the dude. So I asked my sources. So where Bo Allen stand in this situation? Like everybody I'm talking, the reason I say that is because everybody I talk to and we've had on this show, saying that Bo going to the league. And you in our pre-show conversation, you did say, and I agree with it, he might not be the man right now. He's only a freshman. Ain't no telling what he'll do from a sophomore to junior, but more specifically junior, senior years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I just, I've been in this battle. You ain't never really been in this battle, but I've been in this battle where all the attributes and the paper is on somebody's side or more than one person's side, and you sitting there like, man, I could play ball, but are you gonna get the chance? So we both, and I think, and the one thing that Cohen said that Joe, when he talked about everybody, he said Joey's working, he's getting this and this. He haven't said anything about Will Levis yet, but he did say the one thing I thought we both said the same thing was that Bo has intangibles. Bo, and like I said, your arm might not be strong enough now, and that's probably what held Tom Brady back. But he said Bo has the intangibles. So what's between here? If it doesn't manifest itself through here, it could be a rocky road. But if a coach knows that you can have it here, they'll take that and develop it as opposed to developing the specimen into somebody who may be 50% on point on the time, which 50% ain't good at this level at the SEC. 50% ain't good. 55 is probably your starting range for being starter. Okay. You disagree?
That's still kind of low, but yeah, okay.
I said the bottom line.
Okay.
Like maybe you go 55%, but you can run a little bit of pickup.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's why I said 55 is where it starts.
That's true.
But your thoughts on that?
Man, that's whoa. First of all, let me say this. You always make it seem like I was a damn golden child and I ain't went through anything. My freshman year, I didn't play because we had 3 starters. My sophomore year, they brought in Carlos Collins, who was a running back, and he started the first game in front of me. So it wasn't all rosy for me. So,
hold on. What happened? So you never made a bad play or had a bad game?
Yeah, I've had a bad game. No. Okay game. Yes. I've never graded out under like 85. Never graded out under 85. And them graded them. Coach Smith was no joke at grading. Look, you know what's funny? Now that you say that, I think I had an interception a game, and that was one of my worst graded games. I think my Georgia game where I picked the pick 6 might have been my worst graded game. That's crazy. But dude, I don't know. See, this is the thing about it. And it's a great problem to have. And I love the situation that we're in right now. Is we potentially have 3 starters at the position, which is a great thing for the coach. It's going to be a bad thing for the players because somebody's going to leave. It's just inevitable. One of them's going to go. And one of them's going to go is probably going to be out of Will Levis and Joey Gatewood because Bo technically has 5 more years if you really want to use him. He got 5 more years. So it's going to be out of those 2, right?
Is my feed still staticky?
No, it's good now.
Okay. My mic must have got jacked up in the on the hiatus.
So here's the deal, right? Will Levis came here for a reason. He came here for a reason. He came here because he had a strong feeling he was going to be the starter. You don't leave a situation where you're a backup to go to another situation where you're a backup again. That's not what kids do. So somebody told him something. No one guaranteed him, but it had to be some in his ear where you are highly likely going to be the starter.
I'm not even trying to be facetious. I'm not trying to even be facetious. I'm honestly wanting to know what happened, and because it reminds me kind of what happened at this point, and you were there. What happened with the OJ record breaker that came here to play running back? Why didn't he get on the field? Like, what was the situation behind that? And I don't know. I'm not trying to stir up anything.
The OJ record.
The running back it came over with Reggie and them to play running back here at Kentucky.
Oh,
what happened with him? He broke all OJ's records.
I'm gonna say his name. It don't matter. Damon Carter was that dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened. It sounds like the same situation, though.
It is. Well, a little bit different. A little bit different. Because Mo showed his ass the year before, 2 years before. You know what I'm saying? So there was Mo's team. It's kind of like Benny, right?
Okay.
This was Mo's team. So now I'm not sure what happened. All I know is he was a dog. He had, Damon Carter had it all. But when you got a guy who was the workhorse the year before, I mean, you kind of come in a bad situation. Here's the thing about all the college sports. Now we're going off on a whole nother tangent. Here's the thing about college sports, and I want, if any high school players are listening, please hear me with this one. Learn and research whom is on the prospective team that you're thinking about going to. If there's a guy who is a stud, I don't care how great you are, I don't care what you are, that guy is going to get the benefit of the doubt because the coaches trust him. Now, if you got only 2 years left coming from a JUCO, that's probably not the place to go. I don't care if it's close to home or not. I don't care what the coaches tell you. Coach is going to lie to you. They're going to talk to your ear, most of them, the majority of them. They're going to say this and that to get you on campus. Do your research. If there are 2 or 3 guys in front of you, I hate the thing that fans say when, oh, he's scared of competition. Dude, I only have 4 years. I only have 4 years. And if there's a damn freshman on campus that's now a sophomore, he got 3 years left. So I got 4. So how many years am I going to really get a chance to really get mine to really shine?
I'm still stuck behind the fact you keep. I've asked you this 3 times. You have never said you made a bad play.
Oh no, I made a bad dude. I got hit on a hitch and go against Auburn my sophomore year.
And what happened?
Well, they eventually scored.
No, I mean, what happened to you?
I wasn't supposed to play that game. I was injured, and coach put me in. I played that one series. I played that one. I was out.
Huh. Okay. Well,
hold on.
I'm going on record. This is the 3rd or 4th time you have said that like you ain't never made a mistake. And here's why you have the comfort in saying that, because and I said this before. Hold on, I said this before. When I talked about the offensive line, I graded them low because the expectation was here. Now I don't know what the expectation for you was. So if some people, my expectation at DB is if you catch the ball, I'm pissed. If you run a hitch, you get 5 yards, I'm cool. If you run a 12-yard route and you catch it, I'm not cool. So and this is not me against you. Like my goals for myself is always going to be higher than what somebody else has for me.
Thanks.
I'm saying you keep saying you ain't never graded under 85, and our defense was great. But I also say this, that your expectation for you, if they say we'll give you some leeway, because I know people who play on that defensive backfield and they made a lot of mistakes and they didn't get second chances. So that's why I'm saying I don't know what was called. I don't know what the defenses were, but I watched a lot of film and there's people out of place a lot of times. And not everybody, the few times I made mistakes in college cost me damn near my job. So when you say you the golden child, okay, maybe it's different coaching, but the few times, and if you look at my history, I made some mistakes because I touched the ball so much. But the times I made mistakes, it also almost cost. They didn't say, oh well, he's too valuable. We need him. Is always kind of.
All right, there's two things. First, I said I wasn't a golden child. You keep saying that I am. I'm
You are
not
the golden child,
but
and you know that.
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me tell you why I didn't make. You know, I'm gonna say this. I didn't make mental mistakes. Did I miss a tackle? Yeah, that's not mental mistakes. Here's the reason why.
Me fumbling ain't a mental mistake.
Hold on. No. Here's the reason why. For me, I couldn't make a mistake because we had so many damn corners. If you made a mistake, your ass might not get back in the game. Because the thing about it is, Coach Smith went with the high hand. So if Stephen Hall was balling and then Carlos Collins came in after me and he was balling, he wasn't taking him out unless he tapped himself out, right? So there wasn't a space for me to make a mistake because we had too many damn dogs in the cornerback room, in the DB room. So no, I couldn't. So now, but there are guys who made mistakes on that defense when they didn't have a backup that was really good, and they stayed in the damn game. On the team I played with, there were some guys who made some big mistakes, blitzing in the wrong hole, and doing the wrong stunt, all kinds of stuff. But there was a fall off between them and their backup, so they let them play through it.
Okay, so now you're picking up what I'm putting down. When you keep telling me you didn't have, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you don't miss tackles.
Oh yeah,
you might have one balls caught on you. Well,
yeah.
I'm saying, so you think honestly. So and I'm not. This is not a me and you. It is going to be a me and you, but it's not really a me and you. You think I have never ran the wrong play in a game, never. So I didn't make no mental mistakes.
Yeah, look,
the ball can be jarred out of you.
Yeah.
You can lose focus on the. So what I'm saying is, none of mine were like bonehead mistakes. It was whatever, and my job was immediately on the line. So when you say no, because I don't see it like you don't see it. You see it like, well, all right, I'm gonna the line back up. No, I don't see it like that. So you got the comfort of feeling like I can make. And I say that about basketball players a lot of times. We talked about Dante Allen, like you kind of glossed over that. Like when you got the pressure on you, knowing that if this doesn't go 100% right, then I'm getting pulled. Or how do you feel if you make a miss a shot and you see a dude run off the bench and run to the scorer's table? That's what I'm saying. You ain't felt that pressure, man.
No. I've never been in that situation. Never been in that situation.
And you know, when you were a senior, I was a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
And everybody behind me was true freshmen.
Facts.
So they got somebody waiting, warming up and shit.
Plus, you had a senior in front of him, a redshirt senior.
Anyway, like I said, go ahead. Hey, Cheetos, if y'all want to sponsor us.
So, okay.
Hey man, we gotta get the show back on the rails, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this. Let's get back to Will Levis, right? I don't know, man. It's a weird situation for me because you and I both did not think Joey Gatewood would make the leap that everybody's saying he made from the season to the spring. So for me,
hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Now answer me this. You may not know, and I'm not going to tell you what I've heard.
Okay.
But did Joey Gatewood make a leap, or did Bo Allen regress? And it could be something to you being in your hometown, and you know, because one thing about it, his size is one big disparaging thing. Not that he can't play at that size, but if you come back 20 pounds bigger, and we go get the people weight fluctuation to cause them opportunities. So that's one thing that's in the back of my mind. Did Joey actually get that much better or flourish in his offense, Or was Bo feeling like, because I'm telling you, everybody, can you imagine playing in Baton Rouge, Southern, LSU, wherever, and you come to your red shirt freshman year, and all the tabloids are saying, yeah, man, Van, shit, he first round material, man. He only gonna stay 2 more years after this.
Right.
He out of here. And you like, shit, man, I'm at the bar. And now that ain't your style, but at the bar popping bottle. Hey, man, get him, yeah. Yeah, tell Odell Beckham I'm back here, man. Tell Kevin Faulkner. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just everybody. You talking to everybody. And so maybe he didn't put in that work. So I'm wondering, I'm just kind of wondering if it was if Bo made a jump, or if Joey made a jump, or if Bo digressed.
How can Bo regress in less than 12 months? What was his benchmark? Like, oh man,
It might not be so much.
Lost my background. How the hell that happened?
It might not be so much digressed as in didn't do something like put like Van prime example. My freshman year, I came in at 171. I listed myself in high school at 195. My first spring, I kid you not, my first spring, how long is that later? September.
Like 6 months?
6 months later, I'm 196. 25 pounds.
Yeah, same.
So,
I do the same thing.
if your arm strength, your upper body, if you look the same, and I'm not saying quarterbacks, I don't know how that go. If you look the same as you did your first year, you come in the second year looking the same as you did. It's not that you digress, but does it look like we don't? I mean, you could play an offense around you, but if you take one hit, so I don't know. I'm just saying. You're saying how can he die? How could he? I don't know.
Yeah, you might know more information than I do. And
I don't know nothing for certain. Everybody keep telling me I don't know nothing for certain. I just think a lot of people kind of feel like maybe Bo didn't step up to when he had the opportunity. He didn't seize it. Like he didn't capture the opportunity. Is I think where it's at.
Hey, you keep talking. Let me refresh my screen and see if I can get my damn background back.
Well,
hold on.
Go ahead. And we're going to talk about, I don't know where Van went to. So it's me, Hatless, and the boy from Big Things, Kentucky feel like the COVID might have caused and there's no for certain terms. The point I was getting to before Van had a refresher screen was that Van and I both played. I know Van was in the competitive defensive backfield, and when it came down times to what in the heck? When it came down time, for him to play, it came down to the best player. But it's also a point where if you're trying to win a position and they give you that window, like open opportunity, it could be small things like weight gain. It could be small things like curfew. It could be small things like who leaves and I would be damned. I don't know I know they have a limited amount of time for practice and film study that we didn't have, but I know that I'm not gonna let my competition. I'm not gonna leave the room where my competition still sits. It could be something,
right?
But I don't know. But you went out there. And it was clear cut was a big thing. It was clear cut. There was no, we gotta wait one more scrimmage and see. No, they said the last two scrimmages that Joey was hands down better than Bo.
Wow.
So
wow.
And then the trucking them from Big Things Kentucky said, well, just go ahead when you put them on the field, you're not gonna take them back off. Now that has happened to me in high school and in college. Once I got opportunity. But man, people got too much money riding on. Well, we gonna put you out there, and then I just don't think that's the way no more, man.
Well, I mean, there's some other things that we need to look into too, right? Joey Gatewood played in a state that had high-level high school football. He's a little older. His body is a little more immature. He's been through a little more adversity, so he can handle. He's probably more equipped to handle this quarterback battle than Bo. How long has Bo been a starter at Lafayette Christian or Lafayette Catholic? Whichever one he went, I can't remember.
Who?
How many years did Bo start in high school?
Lexington Catholic?
Lexington Catholic. I said Lafayette. I'm thinking about mine.
I probably say Lafayette. I don't know.
He had to start 3 at least.
4 years.
Yeah, right. 4 years. There you go. No adversity. He was a starter when he stepped on campus. He was a starter. That dude, I'm gonna tell you something. When I stepped on campus, and there was some other boys stepped on campus with me who started all high school, I didn't even play my freshman year. So I understood the thing of as a freshman might not playing. Some of these guys had no idea. Some of them couldn't handle that adversity. They were pissed, for lack of a better word.
Right.
I think there's a lot of other variables in here that people don't take into account. Then you add on top, like you said earlier, that he's in his home state. Right in his home city. Not in his home state, he's in his home city. He right down the street from Kroger Field, whatever you want, Commonwealth, Kroger, which one you want to call it. He right down the street. That has a whole nother variable to it. So I don't know. I'm going to say this. Just because you was good in high school don't mean it doesn't equate to you being great in college. And just because he lit up Kentucky football, he didn't win a state championship though. Just because he lit up Kentucky football doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate to college, because there have been some really good Kentucky quarterbacks that's come through here. Some of them peter out, some of them don't. It's not an exact science.
I didn't get to see Bo in high school.
Oh, really?
We're talking about no, not a whole lot. I saw his highlights, which means when I mean see him, I mean watch his good, watch a whole game progression when things go good and when things go bad. Because unbeknownst, well, I don't know if you know this. You know it now, I'm sure. But the almighty, the great Tim Couch went down a hot time. And I think Artus told me it was like 56-0.
No, I remember.
They said they took Tim out of the second quarter because they.
I remember. No. All I'm saying is that it doesn't. Just because you put up numbers doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. And some of it is not your fault. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't think it was Billy Jack Haskins' fault that he came to Kentucky and then put up numbers.
It's not wrong. Right.
So sometimes it's not even your fault. Sometimes it's a system they put you in. Sometimes it's the players you're playing with. There's a lot of variables to it. It's the coaches that's coaching you. And so the good thing about Bo, though, is that kid has 5 potential years. He can eventually get to where a lot of people see him as, where he think he can get to. He doesn't necessarily have to start this year. You know what I'm saying? It might be good for him to sit another year with another new system. Maybe.
But do you think the coaches need to see him come in 15 pounds bigger? Or
he needs to be bigger, dude.
Because I think one thing, like I said, the difference in size between Will and Joey is huge. Like honestly, and you done played in this conference. I done played. No matter what anybody says, Bo can be, and we both agree, and I guess the world agrees that Kentucky football ain't nowhere near anybody else. I'm talking about high school wise. Yeah. It's nowhere near any of the schools. Maybe Missouri. I ain't really seen Missouri. My point is him looking like a high school kid next to them guys. Just that alone gives you the. I don't know, but like I said, everybody's saying the kid can play. We know, but I think something's either happening that he's not putting in extra work, and it might just be weight room. I don't know. But one thing is hard to get by when you look at 2 people next to him look like grown men, and he's still looking like Lexington Catholic.
I'm gonna say this: some kids mature slower. I'm gonna tell you right now, the kid down here at LSU, Miles Brennan was everything in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Everything. And Mississippi football is pretty good. Everything in Mississippi. He came here and he was a damn beanpole. and he couldn't put on weight. He just could not keep the weight on until last year.
Right.
So maybe it's gonna take, and what? And Miles almost transferred. When they brought in Burrow, that was supposed to be Miles Brennan's year, Burrow's junior year.
Right.
And but he was still small. And dude, there's some people don't understand, man. I think that 10-game schedule last year should have put people on notice on how many guys we had go down. Pascal was hurt a lot. Q was hurt some. Square was hurt with his shoulder. Dude, the beat down you get, people don't understand, man. This SEC is the beat down you get, man, is noticeable. You come from, I'll never forget, my freshman year, and I didn't even play really on defense, but play on special team. We played Kent State. I'm like, oh, this is college football. Oh, this all this is. They're gonna play Florida. We played Florida, man. After Kent State game, I was not sore at all. I come out that Florida game, dude. I'm like, wow, this is SEC football. So, can Miles Brennan play a game and be good? Yes, but can he play consistently week in and week out without being banged up? That's the same thing happened to this kid. And I saw this kid play a lot. TJ Finley, LSU quarterback, big kid that had to go in the transfer portal. It's the same thing. He was young, and he's a big kid, but dude, he ain't used to that pounding though. You know, once them defensive ends get them hands on you, it hurts, bro.
You just brought up a point, man. I didn't plan on staying on this topic this long, but it's rocking and rolling, so I'm gonna keep rolling with it. You brought up this point, man, and for the people listening, we know we got they all UK fans. You just said about Brennan and
Finley,
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Now listen. And what you just said earlier, maybe it ain't his time, maybe it's a system. Dude, listen. So we're gonna have to break this all the way down. There's so many sections of this. Joe Burrow leaves Ohio State because he can't play there. Justin Fields leaves Georgia because he can't play there.
Facts.
There's one other one. Somebody else moved. Who else moved?
Recently?
In that whole who?
Recently?
No, I thought there was another quarterback who made a jump and flourish. I say this. I will say this. I guess this is what I probably was thinking. Mac Jones waits 4 years or 3 years and is Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
Man, so when you saying, it might not be the system. So the two things I'm saying is maybe he just needs to sit and wait and be cool. The bad part about it for Big Blue Nation is, you know the key word I said about the first two people who didn't succeed at their initial schools?
What's that?
What happened when they didn't succeed at their initial schools?
They left.
So you saying that it may take some time, it may be the system. If everybody's saying, and people we respect are saying, that this dude's NFL material and it's not being shown, like Justin Fields didn't wait long, nor did Joe Burrow.
A little different. I'm gonna give you this though with that. Justin Fields, I think, was a little more to it with all the surrounding stuff that happened, because Justin Fields knew Fromm was leaving eventually, but he had all that off the step. I think there was more to it. I think, in my eyes, and I think he also knew he was better than Jake Fromm. I think he knew he was better than Jake Fromm, and they just let the kid play because he was a good game manager for him.
But he beat what you call it hands down. He beat Sunshine hands down in all the high school events and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why dude. He was, and I saw a lot of Georgia football that year because I heard so much about, as people call him down here, White Jesus. I saw White Jesus a lot in Georgia football.
Right,
so,
right.
On top of that, they were saying, dude, some people had Justin Fields in front of Trevor Lawrence. Some people had him rated above him. So I'm like, okay, what's this kid about? So all these games on TV now. You can see a lot of big time high school football games. So I watched. I'm like, okay, this kid's legit. The thing about it was Jake Fromm was only, I think, a sophomore when Justin Fields got there. So it was hard, but he still thought he was better.
Yeah. Now
the thing about Burrow is Burrow came. There were only 2 years left, and when Burrow was at Ohio State, and they brought in, what's the guy's name? Haskins, and they brought in what's the other big guy before him? Cordell. When they brought in those two guys and they slide him in front of him, he was like, they just don't like me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you the guy who was a highly rated guy too, and they slipped in two younger guys in front of you, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this just ain't the place. So he had to leave. Now he just got lucky. He went to a situation where LSU brought in Joe Brady because without that, he wouldn't be the guy he is right now. Because that system elevated his skill set. And playing with Jamar Chase and Jefferson doesn't hurt either. I mean, that doesn't hurt either, though.
I think it takes a little bit internal fortitude to stand in there and throw the ball on him face. So some of them throws he made because he knew he could make them. It wasn't like we went through a season last year of a damn offensive coordinator saying, yeah, we didn't throw it because we are saying throw the ball. If it's 3rd and 15, throw the damn ball. You don't just hold it or run out of bounds or throw it away. I'm just saying so one thing he would do is throw the ball, and a lot of times it was accurate. But just even having the balls to throw it was rule number one for us. The way from the football we've been watching,
right?
So I don't know. So hopefully we can hold on to. We ain't gonna hold on to all the quarterbacks.
No, we ain't holding on to all three. Well, hold on, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Joey Gatewood is what? A junior, right? He's got to be a junior.
Yeah.
Joey Gatewood has 2 years left. Bo has 5, potentially. When whoever wins the quarterback battle, you have the heir apparent behind them. Bo shouldn't go nowhere. Will Levis or Joey Gatewood's got to find a spot to show their talent because their years are getting a little low. They get a little long in the tooth, so they're gonna have to find another spot. It would be bad for me if Will Levis comes to Kentucky and they got to transfer again.
Oh no,
dude!
Did Baker Mayfield do that? Only in transferred twice.
He went to Texas Tech. Then he only transferred once.
Okay. That's what I mean. Yeah, once. Yeah.
Somebody else did transfer twice.
I thought somebody transferred twice. I don't know.
You're right. Somebody went somewhere. Then Baker. You know what? You know why it seems like that? Because he walked on twice and then he got a scholarship.
Okay.
He walked on to Texas Tech and started. Then he walked on to Oklahoma and started. Then he got that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got to try to hold on to everybody, man. Real quick update. Javon Bo Night, or how the news here in Lexington. How do you feel about this? The news here in Lexington kept calling him Book Night. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Well, I noticed you call him Boo Night. I call him Bo Night. But Book Night, I was like, that's lightweight.
Yeah.
It ain't like Mero or Morrow.
Right. Yeah,
Man, you ain't because that's in the media guide. And you usually ask the people, hey, how does he pronounce it?
yes.
Bowden. Then Bowden, because we used to
that's true.
Bowden. We used to Bowden, so we like Bowden. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. I don't know how you. That's like on who else's name? I don't know how to say. It is Bo Knight. It's B-O Knight.
I thought it was Bo. You call him Boo Knight?
Yeah, that U is silent.
All the disrespect.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Who else name I?
Vince is Morrow, not Merrill.
Yeah, I know Morrow. Somebody else.
Is Bowden, not Bowden.
Yeah.
Some people do that. What's the receiver we had? Bouvier. He want to be called Bouvier. Yeah. And if you a walk on, and I ain't really being awful disrespectful, but this is the locker.
Yeah.
When you walk on, you don't be now. The teammates might speak up for you, but yeah, man, I don't know. You say you don't know whose name. I can't really.
It was somebody. No, it's somebody. I don't know, but yeah, man, I don't know. Look, we talked about this, and I said the thing that saved him was not breathing into that damn breathalyzer. And that's why he's still here. Because you can defend yourself a little bit more without the damn 2.1 or whatever you could potentially be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that saved him. Whatever infraction he gets or ticket he gets, might lose his license, is all good, but he keeps his job. And he can just Uber everywhere.
How thin is that ice?
Very thin. Oh, dude, it's not even razor thin. Look, he can't even step on it. He gonna have to wait a whole 2 seasons for it to get solid again.
Yeah, you probably damn right about that.
It's like that. It's like that ice where you see that water floating on top of it, and it's like real thin. Like, nah, I don't want to step on that one. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you this: it is not just off the field. His ass better coach his ass off too.
Oh no, that's what I was talking about. I'm talking about on the field. That's what I was talking about.
He better coach his ass off. Them boys, Ali, Wandell, Epps. All them freshmen, redshirt freshmen, them boys better.
The cupboards are full.
They better produce. They better.
That receiver from Michigan State in town too. The receiver from Michigan State here.
Yeah.
Too.
Look, they shouldn't. They can't have more than 3 drops all season.
Yeah, that ain't much to ask. That ain't much to ask, man.
No, that ain't. 3, come on, man. If the ball is in your catch radius, you better. And this is what people. I'm not saying where the defensive back knocks it out. That's not a drop. I'm talking about where the ball's in your hands and you drop it.
Oh yeah,
a drop.
Right.
I'm talking about drops. Now, if someone comes in front of your face and wave their hands, and the ball hits both your hands, that's a drop. But I'm talking about someone comes and strip it, not a drop.
Hey, if them first 2 games don't go well,
he might be gone. I'm
talking about it. Ain't even. You know what? You took it to 1-point drops. If they not even getting into their routes and getting off the bump, man, if the quarterback ain't got nobody to throw to,
that too.
Hey man, I done watched the video. You seen the video? You got the damn head coach, defensive coordinator, defensive coach breathing down. Hey, no, we need to force that ball in there.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking at him like.
Yeah,
hey, coach, hey, coach, I don't want to teach my quarterback's bad. No, that's what the drill is for. I know you don't like it, but just do. Coach.
Hey,
it's like teaching running back fumble drills. Like you just fumble, you just run and just fumble.
I advise all of y'all to watch. They had a 7-minute cut up, I'm gonna call it, on Liam on Kentucky football. Watch that. it has some gems in it. I'm gonna tell you this. Bo Knight you're right. I give him 2 games.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be nothing for Liam to coach quarterbacks and receivers and in the same room. That's not asking too much.
Right.
I mean, it's not fair, but it's not out of the realm of possibility for him to handle both positions.
It ain't tough because you tell them what they looking for. They hearing what's being looked for. They hearing where you supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, it ain't a bad deal at all as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. So, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Missouri is gonna hit a big ass speed bump. Not your target speed bump. I'm talking about customs going to Mexico speed bumps. They're gonna hit a rough patch. Let me tell you. Here's why. People got tape on Drink now. They got SEC tape. They skimmed through this year. And they had, I'm gonna let people understand, they had situations that was to their advantage. Like before they played us, they had those 2 weeks off, which they were not supposed to because games were canceled. Right. They had situations that worked in their favor last year that won't happen this year. They are going to take you know what it's going to be similar to? Your boy Satterfield at Louisville. Everybody pumped him up because they had such a great season his first year because no one had film on them. Same thing's going to happen to Drink. I promise you. It's going to happen.
All right. Well, speaking of yep. We on the same page, Big Lou. So, all right, we got what? We got about 10 minutes left. So, speaking of same page, we know we're gonna go off script. You know, we had a couple things listed, but this is one thing I really want to talk about because I want to be it on record, man. Okay. Because I don't think you like to admit your defeats too often. But, and I'm not saying this is a defeat for you yet. So we got Severe Wheeler coming to UK basketball.
Okay.
I like the little joker. I like him. You know, we got Frederick transferring in. We got I would say Gandy.
Grady.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's right. Grady coming in. We don't know. The only person I want back is Mintz. Only person I really want back is Mintz because I want that dog mentality. Somebody knows what it takes to play in Rupp, know what the fans' expectation is, knows what Cal's expectation is, because you know as well as I do, and you can explain it to the people so they understand where I'm coming from. Smith is a great coach, and I love Smith in my short time on defense.
Who love him?
Oh, you guys love him. The one thing about it, because I know this because the way Reggie and George them treated me. When Smith was hard on me, they was the ones to be like, hey, you know, not so much is going to pay off on the end, but it's good coming from some upperclassmen saying, hey, man, don't worry about young, but hey, just follow behind me, whoop-de-woo. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. The coach going to beat you up.
Yeah.
Stick your head in there. Don't do this. Don't do that. But when the vet's like, hey, you good, man, just do it. So that's why I want Mintz back. But I know we had a historically terrible season last year on the court. What the pieces we got coming in, is anybody we absolutely have to have back? Do you think we doing good? You want to go a whole another year with new faces? And do you think we gonna repeat in any way what we did last year? Even if we start off 0-6, do you think we're gonna repeat any facet of anything that happened last year?
No. I would like to get Keon Brooks back. Dude, the potential, dude, they have a chance to be really, really dangerous. Even if Mintz doesn't come back, I would rather have Brooks. If I had to choose, I'd rather have Brooks than Mintz. That's just me.
The point guards are the leaders, though. The guards are the leaders.
No. I'm saying
we got Sheboy coming. And we got Sheboy.
Hold on. If I had to have a pick, because here's the reason why. Because you got Washington, you got Wheeler, and you know who can also play point if you need him to? is Grady. So if you get in a pinch, Grady can play point. So
but they not seasoned.
No. Well, Grady's season. Hold on. I want Mintz back. It's not that I don't want him back, but I want Keon back too. Can you imagine Keon at the 4?
So what's your lineup? What's your ideal lineup? What we got? And if you bring, okay, we'll say with or without Mintz. What's your lineup you looking at?
Damn, I never thought about it. Okay, so all right,
you got Ty starting.
Wheeler's got to start.
So you can't have Ty and Wheeler at the same time.
Can. Hold on. Let me.
You can. Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna go Wheeler, Washington, Grady, Keon, and a big boy from West Virginia.
G-boy.
Yeah, that's off the top of my head. That's my lineup. Don't hold me to it, but right now, because you know who I like, dude. You know who I like is Toppin.
Yeah, I like him. I like his game.
So,
I like his hustle.
So even if we don't get Brooks, Toppin is good enough at the 4 too. But I think Brooks can be deadly with that lineup.
Yeah.
Dude, you got shooters. And look, and then you can bring in Frederick and Allen off the bench.
I say, how tall is Frederick? That's what I miss. He's only like 6'3", 6'4".
No, he's taller than that.
Oh, is it? Yeah, okay, if he's bigger, then I say he plays Frederick you rotate Frederick, Toppin. You rotate that 3 around Frederick, Toppin.
No, I'm wrong.
Probably a little bit of
You right. I'm wrong. He's small.
Yeah, I thought he was small. I thought he was
6'3".
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, he was guard shooting side. But like I said, I think you move that top spot around depending on the type of game, because you got a scorer. You got a scorer in Washington. You got a distributor in Wheeler, and you got a shooter in Frederick. So I think you just rotate them boys around 1 and 2, depending on, like if it's a zone game, then I think you really bring in Wheeler and Frederick.
Hold on, man. You leaving out Grady.
Oh yeah, Grady too. My fault. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Grady. He was so early. He was the first thing to commit. I forgot all about him.
Right. So now, okay, Wheeler's got to start. He's the general. So now you can have Ty come off the bench and go with Frederick.
Ty ain't good for the future coming off the bench.
That's why. So to me,
it ain't good for the future recruiting. And I don't want to go through another BJ Boston year, but
right. Well, but you won't have to because they got somebody behind them. You can yank his ass out. So that's why I think it should be Wheeler, Ty, Grady, Brooks. Dude, and then look who you got off the bench though. You got Toppin, you got Fredericks, you got Allen. See now the thing about it, what if Mintz come back? Then Ty can't start.
You run Ty with Wheeler. I mean, you run Mintz with Wheeler.
That's what I'm saying. So you have Wheeler, Mintz, Grady, Brooks, and
you might, depending on the game, you might be able to run Mintz at the 3. Depending on the game.
Yeah.
Then you run Wheeler and Washington at the 1 and 2 and Mintz at the 3. If you want to put
Grady. You're leaving out Grady. Dude, I'm gonna say
I just got Grady for shooting. I got Wheeler for scoring. I got for. So I'm saying they all that third spot is interchangeable. When you got Washington and Wheeler on the floor, I put that third spot as interchangeable between Frederick, Mintz, and Grady.
Grady is better than all of them. I'm gonna just be honest. Grady is better than Mintz.
I like Ware's game. No, Ware's down there. Where's Sheboy? Well, Sorry ain't coming back, right? I hope he ain't.
I don't know.
I hope he ain't coming back.
No, we forgetting about Collins too. See this, they are freaking loaded, man. This is what people gotta understand. If Wheeler played with that team last year, they wouldn't have lost those games.
They wouldn't have lost none of them, or they wouldn't have lost many of them.
No. They wouldn't have lost that many of them. They wouldn't have lost as many games as they would have had a winning record last year. Oh wow.
I can't.
Hey, we didn't say it.
Hey man. Oh man. Yeah. So so it's exciting. All right, so what do you think our floor is when we getting up out of here? What do you think our floor is basketball? No, it's just as we discuss all the talent we got coming back.
What you talking about, record or
tournament positioning? And that kind of, you know what I mean? What do you think we shouldn't do no less? What's our floor? What's the worst we should do tournament-wise?
We should be at worst a 4 seed, and our floor should be Sweet 16.
After all that talk we did, the best you can come up with the floor is Sweet 16.
What? That's bad?
I'm thinking 8.
Elite 8?
8. I'm thinking Elite 8.
As a floor.
I'm saying if things go the way we just discussed, it's not what you're thinking about. Well, there's so many unknowns. If it goes the way we just discussed, you saying there's so much talent, then you're gonna say Sweet 16? What's Sweet 16? 2 rounds in, second round?
Yeah. You said the floor though. That's the floor. Right.
We should win. We should be able to wake up. We should be able to wake up in the morning.
Hold on. But my floor was a 4 seed, which is a tougher route to get to Elite 8 than you get a higher seed. That's why if I'm a 4 seed, I think the Sweet 16 is a comfortable floor for your exit.
It's a floor. It is a floor. You are right. It's a floor. It's a basement floor. It's not. It's not the main level floor. You are right. If everything if some things don't go right, then that's the worst we can do. I'm saying if things go, everybody plays as we expect. The worst we should do is Elite 8.
What's your worst?
Make it to the Elite 8. We could lose in the Elite 8, but we should make it to the Elite 8. You saying we should win the 64, then we should win the 32, and at that point it's up for grabs after that. I think it should be up for grabs after 8.
Okay. What's your floor seed then?
Probably 4. Yeah, probably 4.
Damn. So you are banking on a 4 seed getting to the Elite 8.
Yeah. All right. I don't have the ability to pull it up on my computer because of my bandwidth. But I would like to see the percentage of 4s to make it to the Elite 8.
Yeah, but it depends on.
And then it depends on who the 4s are. And I know Cinderella that makes a 4. I'm talking about the 4 4s. Like I think we do 4s. I think we get the best. I think we get Elite 8 out of 4s. We've probably done that more than we've done getting to the Final 4 with a 1 or 2.
Shit, man, that 4, man. It's hard. Being that 4 is hard, man.
I agree. Oh, absolutely agree. But it also could due to injuries. Like I said, a 4 is probably going to mean that we didn't play or something happened. We didn't play up to par for some reason. Or we had a rough start trying to get our continuity and getting these guys to play together in jail. Like I said, for us to be a 4, some things had to go wrong at some point in the season.
Right. That's the flare, right. But to be a 4, you got to beat the number 1 seed in theory to make it to the Elite 8. If everything runs chalk.
And that's good. I like that.
All right. I'm just saying we lose to the number 1 seed potentially in the Sweet 16.
Okay, I got you. I give you that much. I ain't looking at it that way. Yeah, you're right. I give you that much. Yeah, I give you that.
Now, my expectations on paper is Final 4. Because Will have changed everything, dude. Will have changed, and it didn't have just a great point, a really good, solid point guard changes everything. It's like It's like I said when the Lakers was in the playoffs last year. When now my mind just them concussions got me, I guess. When Rondo came back off his injury, he put everybody in their right role.
Yeah.
Wheeler puts everybody in their right role. Can Mintz play point guard if he comes back? Spot duty? Yeah. Can Tata play spot duty when Wheeler go? Yeah. Can Grady come in and play minutes at point guard? Yes. But you need a general, and Wheeler is the general. He makes everybody's game easier. And that's why I see him getting in the Final Four.
Hey, I can't argue with that, my brother. And with that, we conclude the show. Hey, well, you call us Final Four eligible again. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing more we can say about that.
Nothing more we can say, man.
Hey, people, going on over to YouTube. I know we might have been a little rusty today. I think we hit on some good topics that everybody wanted to talk about. I enjoyed talking about them my damn self.
Right.
You know, I was gonna go. I did consider going shirtless, topless, because it's a heated up for you up here. It's heated up, so it's in the 80s, mid 80s. So thought about going topless. Run over YouTube, like, subscribe, watch, share, and
comment.
Yes, leave suggestions. And we look for some sponsorships, man. If we can get some sponsorships, then you know, I mean, it was not a huge sponsorship. Like just a few things, you know, running the show. And then give you some negotiating power on some of the topics we talk about. Maybe a little leverage on some of the discussions. But no, but we could use some. I could use some sponsorship. So, yeah, appreciate that, Lacey. Apparently, if I were to take my hat off, is a topic of discussion. People must have thought I was bald all this time.
Right.
But all right, man. So we got back in the seat. We didn't lather back up, man. So
yeah,
we'll be back Thursday. You ready to do the thing again?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We'll be back on Thursday. All right.